Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design, and it's 3:15, and it's time to bid off item number 11. That's the one that I showed you yesterday, the high volume M2 type stove, prototype. And I got a lot of bids on it. This is becoming a very popular way to sell stoves. But in the end, somebody has to be the winner, and the winner is Donald H. Joncas, Joncas. Anyway, and I don't have his address right here, but I'm sure when he pays me, he will send the address with it, hopefully. Usually on PayPal I do. But I'm going to send him a message right after this video telling him he's won. Donald H. Joncas, congratulations. I just put 8 M6s, Moodus, in the store along with the legs and carry cases and everything else. So if you want an M6, i.e. Moodoo, now's the time. Because I just put 8 of them in the store. That means I spent most of the day, or all the day, building them. And I did a little segment on it where I showed how I drill the legs in and fit them. So let's watch that, and then I'll tell you what's on my mind afterwards. So let's take a look. Now, when you're building an M6, if anything's going to probably deem that part useless and throw it in the trash and lose a unit, it's going to be when you drill the holes for the legs and the pot stand. That's fairly fussy. You've got like 1/4 a degree on angle to get it to index correctly, and in the hole you're under 1/1000th of an inch. You've got to be probably less than 1/2 thousandths to get the correct fit. If it's too small, you can make it bigger with a reamer, but if it's too big, it goes right in the round file. So this is behind the scenes with Tinny thing. I don't usually show you this because it's kind of fussy and not real interesting, but I've got a little extra time today, and I'm building 8 Moodus, or 8 M6s. So let me just show you, drilling the 3 legs, what's required to do that. And it's one of the fussier things I do. Okay, first off, I have 3 different settings that I have to go to, and I have to drill a hole at each one. The first one is 0, and I have to 0 the 0, get it right where you want, and lock it down. Now, I could be off a degree this way, and that wouldn't make that big a difference. But the angle the other way, the actual angle the leg sets at, that's got to be within 1/4 a degree for me to really be happy with it. So I've got that angle set. You can see I've got it set at 0. So let's go to the next. Now the angle here, the angle of this is all preset because the head on this small milling machine tilts, and it has a angle gauge on the back, so I can set the exact angle I want. And you really have to fudge around because it's in increments of 1 degree, so you've got to have it right dead on the line or she's a no-go. Okay, let's drill a hole. Now, I wanted to tell you, this is not just a hardware store drill. This is a precision drill that I ordered, and they're not cheap. But in order to get the hole the correct size, I start out with a real high-quality drill, and I don't drill real fast. Also, this is set with a bump off, so I can't drill right through. It's set to stop at about 20 thousandths before the bottom. Okay, now I've got to go to the next setting, which would be 120. And lock the table. Okay, now I've got one more to go. That'll be 240. Okay, now I have my holes drilled, but these holes are just raw, rough drilled holes, and if you're building a swing set or something, or a hobby horse, they'd be fine, but we're not. These have to be precision reamed. Okay, next we come over to the reaming table, and we use a set of reamers, here's one here, to ream this hole, and you kind of get a feel for it after you've done it a while, and then try a leg in it and see how it fits. And it should just slide in with no drag and come out easily. If they're a little bit tight, sometimes they'll stick. Now, so I try to make them so they just slide in smoothly. It's just something you learn. If not, if it's too tight, you just go back and ream it a little bit more. But when they come off of the drill, they're a little bit undersized. The drill's undersized, and they won't even fit in. That's good there. That's just a good fit. So then I put all three of them in. Make sure they bottom out all the way. Yeah, that one's a little bit tight there. That's better. And then I check them to make sure that they index into the bottom of a beer can. And that pretty much takes care of it for the top. Okay, I've got my angle all set here, and I'm all lined up, and I'm at the correct degrees here. Actually, I'm off just a little bit. Let's dial that in a bit. There we go. And I'm ready to drill the next hole. Now, this is a hole for the legs. Okay, then we're ready to ream the bottom, and those legs will kind of start in a little bit with a raw, but you can't really get them in. You only get them in just a little bit. So just like the top, we have to ream them till they feel right, and then they'll fit in all the way. That one could go just a little bit more. Now this isn't a standard reamer. This is a reamer that's in a fractional reamer to give me the correct slip fit. A standard 1/8 reamer won't work. You've got to have an oversized reamer, and just the right amount of oversize. And that's basically what there is to drilling these leg holes and fitting them up. There we go. That's good. One more. Ooh, that one's a tight one. Still a little tight. Okay, now I've got everything done correctly, and I've got 3 more legs in here. We can put her all together, put a beer can on her. There we go. That one's done. At least the bottom half is done, then I got to build the top half. Okay, that's how you put the legs in an M6. It's kind of an acquired thing, kind of a little bit of a machinist thing. It's got to be done just right, because there's really very little room for error there, because you don't have a lot of metal to work with, and a lot of things have to line up, and most importantly, the legs have to slide in and come out, but not be sloppy and move around. So yeah, it's a bit of an acquired thing, but it's kind of fun. So that's a little of Tinny behind the scenes. So I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.